Morning, peeps. I'm back again, and today I just want to talk to you about Solanke really and what I'm doing with Solanke because originally I was planning to save the free transfer, and put Solanke on the bench and just play Hall. It's a possibility, but there are a couple of things happening that are making it not an ideal situation in that regard. The first thing is that Solanke's price is dropping really quickly. He's heading towards a first drop. Now, I don't think it'll be tonight, but it could be, but it probably will be by tomorrow. And so having two free transfers would be nice. But the problem with it is you don't have much time to work out what you're going to do with those two free transfers if you have to use one of them tomorrow. It's after the deadline, but it's too early to really know what you want to do for next week. So that kind of devalues, I think, the notion of keeping him so that you have more information to go on because we're not going to have much more information by tomorrow, are we? So it's and the other thing is, of course, Munez, who is but clearly the best replacement this week for Solanke. I mean, he's got Ipswich and Leicester in his next two. Well, Leicester and then Ipswich in his next two matches. Leicester conceded, I think, more shots than just about anybody this game week. And they're away from home this week, whereas they were at home against Tottenham. So I think really, and I don't have any Fulham cover, and there are an absolute avalanche of transfers going towards Munez. And I think this is probably one of those times where you just go with the flow. If all the transfers for Solanke were kind of split into lots of different people and there was no real standout candidate, then saving the free transfer and keeping Solanke another day would probably have been my play. But it appears really that Munez does seem like a pretty standout candidate, doesn't he? And I don't really think this is the time to be clever. You might have a differential you might want or, saving. But really, like I said, there's an avalanche of transfers going towards Munez. He's probably going to rise in price tonight and he's got Ipswich next week. So it's only going to take one return this week and you're going to get another price rise out of him next week. So then you're going to actually be able to bank some money. So, like I said, I think it's one of those times where you just go with the flow. You don't worry about what your algorithms are telling you, what little things you got in your head about saving free transfers or whatever. Because I'm very keen on saving free transfers, but there are certain times when really you just have to do what you have to do. Basically, it's a bit of a shame because Solanke was going to batter Everton this week and non-owners were going to get punished. He was my vice captain, and now I'm going to have to get rid of him. So I'll be taking him out of this site here and bringing in Mr. Munez. There we go. So I'll bring him in. Got to remember to do it on the actual FPL site because this one doesn't do it for free. So I still have all a move all, swap all over to Robinson. And that's my team for this week. So it de-risks it a bit, I think, because not having Munez when everybody else is buying him is a bit of a risk, especially if Munez does score and I have to buy him next week because they've got Ipswich and then I'm not getting such a good price. So all in all, it's looking like now that really Solanke to Munez is pretty much looking like no-brainer material, really. Now, I just want to mention video I did the other day about the AI, the rise of AI, and I compared it with chess, etc., saying that in the early 90s, AI was a useful tool that chess players used, but it wasn't long before the AI became so good that the players were no more than computer operators. And I've had a lot of flack from the analytic community, not happy that I showcase their league for etc. And we're basically not happy about it, and they're telling me AI is a useful tool and that chess review is a useful tool. Well, it is. It is a useful tool, and they're doing well. But the thing is, I pointed out on this video, this isn't going to last. What's going to happen is within a year or two, that these things will be so good that everyone will be using them. The game would be completely ruined, and they won't have this little advantage that they've got now. So, they're welcome to use their review if that's what they want to do. But it's not going to be good for the long-term future of the game, and it's going to make it very boring when people are just making picks because their artificial intelligence is telling them to do it. Anyway, that's enough on that, peeps. But basically, I've just come to tell you, get hard. Now I've got to go out for a run now. I've had enough. I'm sick of FPL, sick of Solanke getting injured. So I'm lacing up, putting my shoes on and getting out the door. I might go for a run up the hill. Probably do like 10k this morning. Come back, have a look at the transfer site, see that Muniz is 20% closer to a drop than he was an hour ago, and make my transfer. I'll show you this before I go. This is on the FPL team site, and it shows ownership changes that people have made on their teams on this site, not the official site, just users of this site, and you can see what people are doing. So Muniz, he's on the rise. This is just for the last hour. Muniz is going up. Solanke's coming out. I think 0.5% are changing every hour on here. I don't know what happens if you click on there. What happens? Nothing. So Solanke's coming out. Watkins, Barcone, and Kunku, Hughes. And we've got Havertz, Van Heck, Jackson. I don't know where Jackson's coming in, really. I don't know if Jackson will even play. Because although the manager did say today that Neto probably wasn't going to play for Chelsea this week. So if Neto's not playing, then I've got a horrible feeling, actually. But what's going to happen is Neto's not going to play. Kunku's going to go over... going to be playing on the left again, which we don't really want, do we? But I've got a horrible feeling he's going to be playing on the left. And then he's going to get subbed off at some stage for the new guy that's coming in. Old, what's his name? Tell me his name. Felix. Felix is going to come in for, come off for Felix at some stage, I think. I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, because if Neto isn't playing, who else is going to play on the left? They haven't got Sterling anymore. And it's either Mudryk, who is already in the mud. So we don't know if Mudryk's going to play on the left. And if he doesn't play on the left, then it looks like it's going to be Nkunku, because I can't see anyone else going over there. And I really don't want that. So we could be having more problems with Nkunku. We really want him central. The other thing, of course, is that there is a bit of a doubt over... Brain's gone, Pips. It's gone. It's just a danger. Too much alcohol, and chain smoking at fest events. You don't want to be doing that because people on Reddit don't like it, but this is a danger. You start forgetting who people are. Of course, I'm talking about Palmer. We want Palmer could well be injured this week. So if he is injured, Nkunku definitely, I suspect, will be in the number 10 role. But if he's not, then I think Nkunku's going to be on the left. Anyway, peeps, I'm off now. I've got to go for this run, get it over and done with, and then get back on the couch. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week, probably. Okay, then cheers for now then, peeps.